Hey, welcome back to the Savvy Successful Mompreneur podcast. I'm your host, Savannah, and today's episode is for every mama who's ever felt like she's constantly putting out fires in her business while folding laundry, juggling snack time, and trying to remember if she sent that invoice. Let's talk about the systems you need to stop the chaos and step into CEO mode, even if you're running your business in 15-minute blocks between playtime and preschool drop-off. This is episode 6, 5 business systems every mompreneur needs, and I'm breaking it down in a way that works for real life, real moms, and real businesses. Grab your coffee or your energy drink, and let's get to it. Let's start with the truth. A business without systems will drain you. You'll feel like you're always behind, like success is always a few steps ahead of you. And you'll never be able to step back or scale up because the business relies entirely on you showing up every single second. Systems aren't about being rigid, they're about creating freedom. They help you save time, show up consistently, deliver high quality experience, feel confident in your business, create space for your family, health, and peace. And the best part, most systems don't require fancy software or a team. They just require clarity and consistency. So now let's talk about the 5 systems every mompreneur needs. First is a client customer journey system. Your client journey should be mapped out from the minute they discover you to the moment they buy and beyond. Think about, how do they find you? What do you get from them? What do they get from you? How did they inquire, purchase, or book? And what happens after they buy? Even a simple workflow like Instagram post to freebie to email to offer to onboarding is a system. Tools I recommend: Notion or Trello for mapping the journey. Email marketing software like MailerLite, Flowdesk. If you have a brick and mortar business like I do, your POS is your greatest investment. It keeps track of all your client purchases and every time they've stepped foot into your store. For a grocery business, we have it track customers, what they buy, if they use cash or credit. For our pizza shop, we have it set up for customer engagement. If they put their codes in, they get rewarded. That helps us track what our bestseller was and who likes what. Number 2 is content creation and marketing. Posting on the fly is stressful. Believe me, I've done it all week long. Having a reputable content batching system saves your sanity. So my method, except for this week since I fell behind, is weekly content buckets like motivation, tips, promo, behind the scenes, specials. But we put them all into a folder. And then my second method is batch 1 to 2 reels and 3 posts. And if it's suitable to your business, 1 email in a 90-minute block. I usually sit down on Sunday afternoons or Monday mornings and I get this done. And then I schedule in advance using Meta, Later, or Planoly. Specifically, Meta. It's the one I go to the most. Now, here's a bonus for you. You can include a content recycling step. For example, your podcast, break it down into reels, quotes, and little email nuggets. Same thing with brick and mortar. My reels become carousels, stories, threads. I'm always reusing and recycling. Number 3 is a money management system. We're not here to hustle for free. You need a system for tracking income, expenses, taxes, and profits. And this doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start with a weekly check-in, just 10 or 15 minutes, go through your accounts, go through your books. Then you can use software like Wave, QuickBooks, or just a simple spreadsheet. For us, we mainly use QuickBooks, but a couple of our businesses, there's just some things that we have to use a spreadsheet for. It's whatever works for you and your business. Then you want a separate business checking account. You absolutely do not want to mix money. Track your mileage and receipts. All of that stuff can be tax write-offs. Treating your business like a business is what turns side hustles into empires. Like I said, I personally use QuickBooks, plus a human accountant for things like taxes and the IRS. We also always have business checking accounts. We never mix our personal money with our business money. So fourth, we want a task and time management system. Mom life and biz life collide daily. A flexible time blocking or priority-based system can help you move forward without burnout. First, try a weekly CEO day, even if just for an hour, for strategy and planning. For me, I use my mother as a caregiver for my child, 2 days a week for a couple afternoon hours. My daughter has fun because she's going to grandma's, or Gigi, as we affectionately call her. I get the freedom to focus on all my businesses uninterrupted. So if I need to bounce from building to make reels and carousels, or if I just need to sit down uninterrupted and work on some taxes or some accounting, I can do that. Next, we want to use the Eisenhower matrix or a 3-task method daily. Now, let's dive deeper into this topic because I know that can sound overwhelming. So, the Eisenhower matrix is also called the urgent important matrix. It's a time management and prioritization tool. It helps you prioritize tasks by categorizing them into It helps you prioritize tasks by categorizing them into 4 quadrants based on 2 criteria. First is urgency. What needs immediate attention or has a deadline? The second one is importance. What contributes to long-term goals or values? So let's talk about the 4 quadrants. First, tasks that are both important and urgent, you do them first, like a client emergency or a last-minute project submission and ordering. Number 2 is important but not urgent. For example, a schedule. Second is important but not urgent. We schedule those. So tasks that are important for your goals but not time sensitive, like strategic planning, exercise, skill development. Number 3 is urgent but not important. We delegate those. So tasks that are urgent but don't specifically impact your long-term goals. For example, interruptions, emails, admin work, things like that. The 4th quadrant to the Eisenhower matrix is the not urgent and not important. We delete those. Those tasks are either non-urgent or not important enough, they're time wasters. For example, binge watching Netflix, excessive social media. Now, the other method I mentioned was the 3-task method. It is a simple productivity technique that helps you stay focused and avoid overwhelm by limiting your daily priorities to 3 of the most important tasks. So, how it works. First, you choose your top 3 priorities for the day. Pick the 3 tasks that will have the biggest impact on your goals. These should be realistic to complete within the day. Do them first. Schedule them, whatever you need to do, but focus on these before the less important or reactive work like emails or errands. Number 3, everything else is a bonus. After completing those 3 tasks, you can work on other tasks if the time allows, and they're bonus tasks. Now, why this works? It reduces decision fatigue. It keeps you focused on what truly moves the needle and prevents overwhelm from long to-do lists. Now, getting back to other time management tools, color-coded calendars for home and for business. I use Google Calendars. I color block things based on what they are. If it's urgent or can't be moved, it's red. A Notion or paper planner that covers both home and business tasks. I have both. I prefer my paper planner for quick weekly to-do list, and I prefer my Notion for a Sunday afternoon brain dumping and long future planning to-do list. Remember, you don't need more time. You need a system that protects your energy. Five, customer support and communication systems. You can't be everything to everyone, especially not on demand. This was the hardest thing for me to learn. I would get overwhelmed because I would try to have these moments with my daughter, and they would get interrupted with people messaging our social media pages or phone calls, text message, emails. Now, I set clear boundaries for DMs and email response times. If I am on family time, I don't check my email. I still check my email once a day when I first wake up in the morning, but the rest of the day, if I'm on family time, I consider it unneeded. If it's urgent, someone will call me. Again, I don't even have it on my phone. I do not have Gmail on my phone. I keep it on my computer and tablet only. This way, I cannot be interrupted with an email that can wait. Now, set clear boundaries for how clients can contact you, whether this be email or text or DMs. For us, I prefer email. Or in the case of our brick and mortar businesses, I prefer phone calls. That's how clients can contact us. But they contact me at a business phone. I don't give out my personal cell phone number unless it is absolutely needed. You can also have automated replies or welcome emails. I have a couple of our Facebook pages set up with automatic messages. It's a game changer. It lets the customer know that they have successfully contacted us and we will be with them shortly. Now, office hours and reply windows. If it's out of business hours, I'm probably not responding. That is one way that I keep our business and our family life completely separate. This sets expectations and gives you peace of mind. Boundaries are not just for your clients, they're for your mental health, your family wealth, and your overall well-being. Now let's put it all together. You don't have to build all these systems at once. Pick one that's causing you the most stress and start there. Maybe it's finally setting up your email list or mapping out your client experience or finally automating your content post. Small shifts lead to major clarity. And remember, systems aren't about becoming a robot. They're about making space to be present for you, for your family, and for the big dreams you're building. If this episode helped you, I'd love for you to screenshot it and share it to your stories and tag me at Savvy Successful Mompreneur so I can cheer you on, or DM me and let me know which system you're tackling first. And if you're ready to build out your business systems with me, check out my Instagram bio linked below. Until next time, keep showing up, keep dreaming, and keep dreaming big. And always remember, you are made for both motherhood and massive success. Talk soon.